don't always feel my arthritis because I'm so concentrated on doing something else. Kennedy, how many looks do you have? Okay, I'm gonna give you one more. I love New York City's energy. This city never sleeps.
There's will be for the show.
Just during the show.
Yeah, just for the show.
I mean, it is always on fire here. I think with arthritis, sometimes you can get almost in a daily grind of maybe not moving, maybe not walking as much, and just staying home and almost being isolated. And for me, this really does put me forward in my thinking and even my exercise of wanting to be present for the show. We had to distribute a few looks from this other model that did cancel, and that is something that does happen on the board where you have to make those changes. Kennedy, and then Kennedy's gonna be this one too, so I'm gonna put her at the end. And we have to make sure that there's time in between for them to make those look changes. It's a live show, and that's what's fun about it. You know, it's real, it's happening, it's right there.
We're gonna go run through. We're gonna go out there for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna do a run through of the show. We have the show order. It's up on the board over there, so we're gonna get lined up in your first look.
When I came out with my disease in public about it in 2016 or so, that's when I was like, okay, now I can start bringing on patients that want to live out their dream on the runway, want to have a platform, and I give them that opportunity. So we have 2 patients within the show. One has psoriatic arthritis, another one has juvenile arthritis that's turned into rheumatoid arthritis as well. We're very, very fortunate to have the community involved in all of my shows.
This is my first show that I've ever walked in, and I hope it's not my last. In that moment, all I could think about was that scene in Miss Congeniality when she doesn't want to go out and then he just pushes her out there and whips out the towel, and that's all I was thinking of, was that no one's covering me here, I gotta do what I gotta do.
I think what Michael's doing is so unique and necessary to the entirety of the chronic illness community. It's about time that people with chronic illnesses have a place in this industry. What patients everywhere have to gain from seeing this show at New York Fashion Week of all places is that they see that they belong in these spaces and they deserve a place here. The fashion industry no longer needs to be about this super exclusive fantasy.
You guys look at the board.
I would say if you're newly diagnosed, don't read everything on the internet. I think at first I did that too much as myself. That was my only outlet to get news for arthritis and for younger people with arthritis. But there's great organizations like GHLF, Creaky Joints, and a lot of places around the world that you can get amazing community support, you can get information and know that you're not alone. We are a community, we are together, we're online, we are on social platforms, we are there to be with each other.
Last question. If you could say one thing to your rheumatoid arthritis, what would you say?
Settle down, rheumatoid arthritis, settle down, stay at bay.
In that 30-minute snippet of all of us just hustling and bustling through those hallways, I was texting my mom the whole time being like, why did I do this? Why did I sign? I was so nervous.
As much as it's stressful, it's fun for me. So I just really try to keep it light. I just take it with what it is. Most of it's in my control, and whatever's out of my control is out of my control. I think having these shows really gets me through a lot of my rheumatoid arthritis. It gets me on the treadmill, it gets me moving, it gets my mind moving. I seem to just really, grasp onto everything. It does kind of free me in a sense of that I'm able to do more with it, and it just pushes me to live my better life that I can try to live.